Hey everyone, welcome to another Rec to Resto episode. So on this episode, car related, but young fella's birthday's tomorrow, so figured I'd knock him up a little mini workbench. So similar to mine, but obviously just on a much smaller scale. So I've gone and picked up some steel and some other bits and pieces that I need to put it all together. So first job, before I actually get stuck into it, I've got to put a bit of a plan together of how I want this thing to come together. And it's not a millimetre accurate plan or anything like that. It's mainly just so I've got a bit of a cut list to work off so that when I go start cutting it up on the saw, there's no guesswork. I know exactly what I need to do. Just done a little sketch of how I want it. So it's going to be 1 metre wide by 300 mil deep. And then it's going to have a backboard on it as well, which will be 1200 high. So from that, I've written down of my cut list. I'll get these all chopped up and then I can start piecing it together. Got all the steel cut up. So before I go any further, I'm going to hit all these with the grinder and just deburr them all. Just makes them a lot safer to work with, so I'm not going to cut myself on them. So I'll go through, I'll get all them tidied up. These 4 pieces that I've cut at 250 are the bits that are going to join the front frame and the back frame together. So when I've been cutting these, there's ended up just being a slight difference between them. So what I've done is I've put them in the vise, got a bit of angle so they're all sitting flat at the bottom, and then I'm just going to hit the top with the sanding disc. I'm just going to get them all exactly the same level so that when I weld the frames together, it'll end up being nice and square. Now I've got them so they're all exactly the same. Got all my bits of steel tidied up now, so I've deburred all the edges. They're all prepped, ready to go. So I'll lay this out and I'll show you how I'm going to put it together. I'm just going to move the bits out of the way that I don't need at the moment. So this is how the front frame will go together. Obviously I've got to measure it exactly where it's all going, but front frame will look like that. The back frame is a bit taller because it's got a backboard on it. So I'll just get this one tacked into position. I'm not going to fully weld them until I got the whole thing together, just so I can make sure I can keep it square. But I can get this one tacked up, get it all square, put it aside. I'll get the back one tacked up, and then I can turn it into a little mini workbench. These bits of metal have got the cutting compound, like cutting fluid all over them. So before I weld, I'm just going to give them a quick wipe down. You can use acetone or whatever, but I'm just going to use some wax and grease remover just to get the worst of it off. Let's see if we can make this thing resemble a little mini workbench. Definitely help if you turn the gas on. got the first frame tacked up. So I'm not going to weld this anymore until I get the other one done. So I'll get this other one pieced together now as well. If you want to check if something is square, if you're making either a square or a rectangle, once you've got it tacked up, if you measure from the corner, so the opposite corner to the opposite corner, and then do the same thing the other way, it should be exactly the same. This one's a couple mil out, so before I go any further with welding it, I can just tap it back into place, make sure it's as close as I can make it, and then I can carry on with the welding process. So what will happen with these short pieces, they're going to weld on just here. So before I go too much further, I might just quickly finish welding these 4 welds. I'll get them flushed off, and then these guys will just sit in here like this. That's the basic shape together. So it's still got a little bit of a twist in it. You can see how it's rocking. So this concrete's not perfectly flat, so I'll test it in a few spots and just get it as close as I can. If I can't get it, I can always just take a tiny bit off one of the legs until I get it so it sits nice and flat. This will have a bench top cut on it. It'll also have a shelf under here. And it's also going to have a backboard on it where we can turn it into a shadow board so Lucas can hang all these tools up on it. Alright, I'll get this welded up off camera just so it's all done, and I'll join you again when I'm about to put the tops on. Come back out in the shed and I've got this frame all finished off, so that's all welded up now. Managed to get it pretty straight. So now, cut up this sheet of form ply, and I'm going to make the bench top, the shelf, and also the backboard. I set it so that it's not cutting the whole way through, it's literally just cutting down to the film. It comes apart pretty easily, as you can see. I'll just cut it on the table and there's not a single mark on there. Just marking out these shelves where because I've got to notch them around these corners, so I just sit it in there and just put a mark next to where the steel is. It's always a good idea to do this before you paint it, because then you're not going to scratch it by putting the shelf in and out, in and out. You do your test fitting first, then you paint it, and then the shelves are the last thing to go in. So once I've actually screwed all this back, I'll go over the edges with a sander and just take this sharp edge off the whole way around. But I'll get this painted now and it'll come up pretty good. still painted up. This paint takes a little while to dry, so I'll come back out in the morning and put the bench top and shelve and backboard on, and we'll surprise the young fella after that. Morning all, it's the next day, so I've let the paint dry overnight. I used a gloss enamel, so it does take a little while to dry, so it's still a tiny bit tacky. It should be fine for what I need to do this morning, and then a bit later on today it'll be all dry. I've got the shelves, I cut them out, so I pre-did all them last night. I'm just going to take the sharp edges off, because obviously when you cut it with a circular saw you end up with a pretty sharp edge, and then I can put the shelves all in there for the last time. Got a little burr in the top here, so I'm just going to hit this with the die grinder, because I've got some plugs to go in here. Put a little bit of silicone down before I put the shelves down. Obviously I'm going to put some screws in as well, but it just takes the rattle out of it. So the reason I pre-drill these before, because these do have a drill bit, but the problem is as you're screwing in, it wants to pull the board away from what you're doing. So I find it easier just to pre-drill them first, because then the sheet will stay exactly where it needs to be. When I got the steel, I went and had a quick look at Bunnings. It is very, very expensive to buy in short lengths at Bunnings. I ended up getting this sheet of film ply. It was $49, I think it was, from Bunnings. The steel, I ended up getting two 6.5 metre lengths from our local steel dealer down here, which is called Metro. It's a lot cheaper way of getting it. So I didn't need two full lengths, it was just over one, but it's always handy to have a bit of spare steel laying around. So to get the two lengths, so 13 metres in total, it was only $61. And to get one 2 metre piece from Bunnings is about $36. So always good to shop around when it comes to that sort of stuff. And then I've just used a can of blue Kill Rust enamel to paint it. And I used a bit of primer on the welds before I painted it with that. I also just got some little knock-in plastic caps to go on the ends here. And I also used them as some feet underneath. Thanks for following along. I've had a lot of fun putting this little thing together. Don't be afraid to get out in the shed and have a play, and something like this is pretty cheap and easy to put together, and I think we'll get a lot of enjoyment from both our boys.